Hi there. So today I have something different. Maybe you already know, but I would say I am a soft pastel artist. So that is something that I really, really like. And I have been using pastels for a lot of time now. Uh, but my problem with pastels is that I have really dry hands and some allergies, so I cannot use them a lot of times. So there are some times where I do have to take a break from pastels, and that is when I'm actually coloring with colored pencils. And I also then do watercolors, but I am in love with soft pastels. So that is, I would say, my favorite medium to draw and paint with. So a couple of days ago, I actually got an email from Alain. I think he's called Alain J. Picard. I think you pronounce it like that. Um, you have to check him out. So I will put a link in the description. So he offers, let's say, a free tutorial from time to time. It's almost always like 1 to 2 hours tutorial, but he tells you what he's doing. He provides you with a reference picture, and then you can paint along with him. That is something what I did here. So a couple of days ago he had a course, like this free tutorial about loose style. So when you are painting, so that you can just relax and loosen up a little bit, so it does not really everything have to be like 100% like the reference picture. So that is something that he is trying to teach us. And I already did a tutorial with him. That was, I think, half a year ago. It was about loose portraits, and I also loved it. So I actually love even more so doing those loose portraits than the ones where you blend the colors completely. And this tutorial now was about nature. So as I said, you can just how to say it, you sign up with your email, so he's really not spamming you or anything. Then he just sends the invitation with an invitation link with the reference picture, and yeah, then you can just join in and paint along with him, and he shows you what he's doing. So in this case, we had a reference picture of a meadow with some trees in the background and one focus tree. And what we used was the sanded paper. So this one is the Uart, and you can use whatever soft pastels you have. I use Sennelier. I think he is using Schminke because he really likes Schminke pastels. I would also love to have them, but Schminke are even more expensive. Even more expensive. This is not proper English, but Schminke are expensive than the Sennelier. And what I have this 120 half stick set of Sennelier, and that one I think I paid maybe 90 euros, something like that. Yeah, but they can really last a long time. And yeah, as I said, so we were using the sanded paper. I made a mistake because I was like, oh, okay, sanded paper. I mean, it's not a mistake, but I chose this like a beige one. And when we started painting, I wasn't paying attention. And then I was like, oh, he's using a dark one. So when you're painting something and there is a lot of, let's say, dark stuff on the reference picture, then you should probably use a darker paper or darker underground paper. Because for example, where I was working on these bushes and the trees in the background, I had to put a lot of more color down than what he was doing, because he had a darker paper, and that's why he was he did not have to put any shadows. He already had the shadows which were formed from the darker paper. And also in the case of this tree, I had to put a lot more of the darker colors than what he did on his drawing. And the reason for that is, as I said, you do have to consider what you are painting, and then you can adjust. I mean, yes, you can adjust. So if you have different kind of papers, you can use different color for different reference picture. And if you do not have, let's say, a dark paper, you can still do something. So you can put, let's say, a layer of dark pastel, and then you can use rubbing alcohol to let smudge or mix those colors. Then the pigment becomes like a watercolor. Then you can move it around, and that way you can get a nice darker underground color. But yeah, because this was a tutorial, and when he is doing tutorials, it goes really fast. So I think we finished this painting maybe in less than an hour, and that was way too fast. So maybe if I would have been doing it on my own, I would have taken a more time. But sometimes it's also really good to do these really fast paintings. So the the main focus here, how to remain the, let's say, in this loose style, is that you do not mix your colors, so you do not blend. You can do a little bit of blending, of course you can do a lot if you want, but the main focus is that you're just putting the pastel with the pastel stick down. You are turning the stick, how to say it, in your hand, and that way you can create like a broader lines and some shorter lines, and you're just putting like those lines down, lines on top of lines, and you are using this very different color. And as you can see, on, for example, for the sky, we were using some lavender, I would say, like really bright lavender color, and I did not mix that one with the blue one. I just tried to put some of the couple of layers of the blue on top of this lavender, and then again lavender on top of the blue one, just that they can mix in that way. And for the flowers, as you can see, it's just like indication of flowers. So these are not petals or anything. It's just like you take your how to say it, your stick, and just put a line, or you press a little bit harder to get a circle, and that's how you can get like an indication of flowers. And that is something I really like. So you do not have to how to say, you do not have to paint every single petal. And also for the trees, you're not painting the leaves, you're just putting some different colors down, indicating, so that is for you, when you're looking at it, you know immediately, oh, this is a tree, oh, there is a light coming from this side, and that's why these leaves, which you actually did not paint, but these leaves are brighter, and on the other side the leaves are darker. So in that way you can create an illusion of like a tree, because as you see, there are no really leaves there. I did not paint any leaves. So but yeah, this is something I like a lot, this kind of style. And I think I will do a couple of more paintings like this, because I honestly I like it a lot. In the past I did I was watching on on internet, when you're looking at those pastel paintings, and you're like, oh my god, this looks so nice, how did they do it? So Alain J. Picard, so he offers this tutorial, so that is really nice. So if you want, you can. I'm not sure if he will do it again before New Year, but maybe. So just check his page, and then you can see if he's offering. any free tutorial. He has other classes where you do have to pay. Yeah, if I had a little bit more money, I would probably do it, but for now I'm happy with the free tutorials that he is offering, and I'm so thankful to him that he is doing that. And yeah, so I also hope you enjoyed watching this painting, this creation, and see you next time. And just give me a comment if you want. If not, that's also fine. So see you next time. Bye.